Descendant. I've got him on the thumbnail. I am spending money in the game purely to showcase things to you, okay? Purely to let you see, okay, this is how much it costs. This is what it looks like. Plenty of people are spending no money. You'll see up in the corner there, I have a really good amount of gold and other materials as well just from playing. The only thing I'm actually paying for is the currency to like unlock Descendants and cosmetics. I'm not spending on anything else, which is largely what you can spend on. So we are going to be playing as Esiemo today, if that's how you say his name. We did a poll on the community tab, and he won the vote. Kyle's in second place. I'll show you some Kyle today as well if you're looking for Kyle gameplay. I played with him last night. I'm also going to show you a great place to go level your characters if you're like, hey, I just bought a new character or unlocked a new character and I want to level them quickly, like maybe they don't have all their abilities or something. Like when you buy a character, they don't have any abilities. They're like a level 1. I'm going to show you a great place to go. I'm going to end the morning coffee stream with members and bring people over there from there with redirect. And I appreciate you guys supporting so much. The support for the first day of gameplay was just insane. That video is just crushing and still crushing it. So if you're coming back for more gameplay and you're new from yesterday, welcome back. I appreciate you so much. So very quickly, let me just show you something that you can do to level, okay? It's not there, sorry. It's in Kingston, okay? So if you're trying to level a character and you're like, I don't have any abilities, you know, and I'm kind of far in the game or whatever, and maybe you've been playing as one of the free characters and you bit the bullet and you decided you decided to like buy a character. Now you might be wondering why some of these icons are like low resolution. I am playing the PS4 version on PS5 so that I get the better frame rate, and I can't quite figure out why his voice is popping up there. I don't want voice chat when we're playing. If you guys are going to join me, I thought I turned that off in the settings. Oh, but I'm in a different version, so it probably didn't save my settings. Audio, I want my mic off. I want the speaker off. I don't even know what battle voice is. I think that turns it off. There we go. Cyberpunk Darren with a $10 super chat tip says, here's my donation to your character purchase fund. I like seeing you demo them. Oh, that's very kind. You do not have to do that. I am Melee with 30 months in a VIP. Let's start off the show strong. Smash that like button. Yes, I appreciate that so much. Okay, so back to what I was saying. But yeah, that's why you might notice like some of the icons are blurry. You mute your mic? Okay, thanks, Donnie. If other people join, though, I obviously, they might not know that I'm streaming. This right here, okay, is a very fast way to level up. And you have to remember too, when you switch characters, all your loot comes with you, okay? So all my level 15 guns, all of this was automatically just here when I switched characters, and he was like a level 1 last night. I ran this right here one time, and I only got to wave 7. Everybody keeps quitting after wave 7. I don't know if that's like the meta right now. I don't know if people are confused. I don't know why people are doing that, but they are. Point being, it's a 21 wave encounter, and after 7 waves, this is where I ended up. A level 12. So I got all my abilities. I'm good to go. Mind if I join you? If you guys join me, that's totally fine. You're just going to be along for the ride. I'm just going to pick up where we left off yesterday. We're going to be going back to the sterile land and continuing the story. And a 5-bomb comes in from Raijin. That's it. That's the Han shot first, and so did you. That is the first gifted member of the day. If you guys hit the goal of 300 members this week, 300 new members, then I have to go back into Lies of P on Friday night. I have to go fight the swamp monster. PS5 is 60. It crashes after wave 7. Oh, is that why everybody quits? I was wondering. I was like, why? Yeah, somebody in chat saying they just did wave 14. I don't know about that. PS5 is worse than 60. The PS5 version is not terrible. It just isn't consistent, and it drove me crazy. Like, when I boot up the PS4 version, I mean, it doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing. I get a rock solid... I might get a little stutter here and there, but I sometimes think that that's just game lag. I don't even know if that's like a performance issue.
I wasn't able to help you at the excavation site. To be honest,
that's fine.
The Vulgus munitions factory truly is an ominous and horrifying place.
Okay.
Can you feel that?
I feel like the movement feels better. I feel like trying to grapple forward feels better. I don't know. I just feel like it feels better. And I don't have to worry about any of those. There were some pretty significant stutters. There were some pretty significant issues when I was playing the PS5 version. It doesn't crash. I got to more waves earlier. Maybe it was crashing and they patched it and now everybody just quits because they're like, they think it's going to still crash. Okay, so the premise of this guy, this is Esiemo. I think, how do you say his name? Esiemo? He basically just covers the ground in these little bombs, and then he can blow them up. So, oh, I'm getting cooked. Time to use our weapons and not our bombs. Oh, let me stop my music. You're getting like double music. The only thing I don't understand about him is why they limit when he can detonate. So you'll notice down there at the bottom, my left bumper plus circle, that's how I detonate the bombs that I've thrown out. And multiple times I end up not being able to do it because it's on like a cooldown or something. So his character can be confusing sometimes. You're kind of like, why? Oh, we're at this hacking now. So there are times where I'm like, I'm not quite sure. This is similar to the wave fighting that I was doing last night, where it felt like a lot of his abilities don't shine unless you can sort of preemptively get ahead of the wave. Yo, Hater, welcome back as a member plus. Thank you so much for joining again. It was unplayable for me yesterday on PS5. It was bad. Apparently, if you reinstall the PS5 version, apparently it gets better. I don't know. The detonate thing being on a cooldown is weird. Oh, the other thing I'm not too fond of with him is those will just explode on their own eventually. See? So, like, there's this really, really weird tension with the character design. You have to put the bombs out preemptively, but not too preemptively. Like, if you put them out... Now, the mine you can put out, and that just stays there for forever. It'll grab somebody, and then you can detonate it, right?
Tactical target sheet filled with substantial logistical activity discovered. A large volume of construction materials.
How to level up fast?
To a suspect zone.
The fastest way I found to level was go to Kingston and run this Defend Albion resource. Everybody quits after 7 waves, and when they do that, you can literally just, like, you're already leveled up typically by then if you have, like, a brand new character. You weren't able to... Yeah, Xbox services had, like, an outage yesterday, so you might not have been able to play. I see Donnie is obviously, he's built for battle. Maybe he's just gonna, I don't know, battle dust bunnies and, you know, baking, but All right. I think one of the things I'm struggling with some of the characters is finding a balance between I want to use my abilities, but I also, you have to use your guns like a bunch. So it's like, it's hard. Like sometimes you're like, oh, I really want to use my abilities, but it just seems like, no, it's just more effective to shoot everybody.
Data collector we've installed. When we retrieve it, we'll be able to check the environmental parameters without coming into contact with contaminated wastewater. Will there be enough data for you to perform an analysis, Guide? You know our equipment can't detect Ironheart traces.
Once I complete analysis of the composition of the wastewater, I should know why I can detect Ironheart particles.
Aw.
Then we'd better retrieve the data quickly.
If you grapple onto an enemy and do a melee, it does a cool attack.
Time.
Are we supposed to keep going? Oh no.
Wastewater.
That was it?
Kuiper extracts and bulbous electrolytes.
I'm glad Donnie's with me. I was having a hard time with the frickin' jumps.
Substances. That's why they were detected intact and not dispersed.
If we can find the source of that wastewater, we could trace them more accurately. I have a place in mind.
It also stuns them. I kind of liked Kyle. I think I'm going to vibe more with Kyle if I'm honest, because he kind of can pivot between strategies, and I feel like this guy, if you can't really utilize his bombs, he's just using his guns. Like, and it's hard to utilize his bombs. Maybe I should be using the bombs more offensively, like just sticking to the enemy instead of putting them on the ground.
This is a Vulgus weapon processing facility. To analyze the particle flow, we need to take a closer look inside.
Guns are way stronger than abilities. Yeah, maybe that's the strategy.
Disrupting the particle flow. Please eliminate the Descendant.
Instead of trying to stick him to the ground, try and stick him to the enemy. That's the problem. You go abilities focused, and I feel like, again, guns are so effective
I'm detecting signals from
that everybody's just going to be using guns, and I'm sitting here trying to use my things. I wonder if a lot of your abilities, again, I think we ran into this yesterday with Valby, I wonder if a lot of your abilities just start to shine more. What the heck? They start to shine more when you get into, like, more challenging content. Like, everything here is just such cannon fodder, you can just shoot your way through.
Is relentless. Where are all their forces coming from?
Throw them in the middle of the pack to start the fight. Oh, I have a really strong... the pistols in this game can be really strong.
Strange. We've already destroyed their barracks. There must be another military.
Yeah, see, it's good for those moments. Like, I stuck that guy a couple of times while teammates were shooting him. I triggered the explosion and chunked him.
I'll keep analyzing.
HQ. While investigating traces of the Ironheart, we've discovered a zone in the factory area that looks to have been recently expanded. Considering the circumstances, I think it's highly likely that there's an Ironheart inside. Requesting approval for further investigation.
Approval granted.
Yo, what's good, Ginger? 34 months, almost 3 whole years, man. Appreciate you,
A
bro.
large assault ship has been spotted in the airspace above the area. Based on the ship's class, we think it's the same one that we saw Corell aboard. Either
I
he's there in
assume
person, or
they want us just to leave, right?
happening. We should be prepared for a challenging situation. We may need to deploy more descendants. Over and out.
Sharon, do we have any tactical weapons that are capable of destroying the entire Vulgus industrial area?
When I switch from PS5 versus
If the
PS4,
Iron
I keep my
Heart is
progression?
here,
Yeah, it's the
we
same
may be able to
character, same
investigate
everything.
after destroying the enemy's facility.
It's an interesting idea.
25 months on a
But if
VIP
it were
from
possible,
Detective
we would
Seeds.
have
Thank you so much, sir.
Unfortunately,
Guys, thanks for all the likes as well. I try not to talk over the dialogue, but they're really overindulgent with it. Like a mission ends and I got to listen to 8 people talk about where we're going next. Just, put the flag. I'm good. I'm good to go, dude. Let's just go to the next thing.
The dimensional wall to isolate ingress from the Colossi.
And they all talk like they just woke up from a nap.
The ultimate tactical weapon. Anyway, we don't have time to chat. Let's head to the restricted zone.
I agree. We don't have time to chat. Shut the frick up. Tell me where to go. Jiminy Christmas. Your story is not good enough. Your writing and your voice acting isn't good enough to be that overindulgent. You got to be really concise and quick, and then leave me alone. I ain't trying to listen to all that. Yo, good morning, Silent Warrior. With 34 months on a VIP, I see and match your 34 months. We got people closing in on 3 years. We got people hitting 2 years. We got Detective Seeds with the 10 bomb taking us to 15 members on the day. Thank you so much, Detective Seeds. Stop being impatient. I'm not being impatient. It's just annoying. They just keep talking. It's like, just get to the point.
I can detect both.
Let's think about that later, if we make it out alive. If the Vulgus have a large assault ship, they'll soon be pouring into this place. Number 17 and I will operate in stealth mode. You stay sharp.
It also doesn't help, like I said, everybody talks like they're sleepy. They all talk like they're sleepy. They're like, we can clearly find a way in if we go around the back. But we might have to do another thing before we do this thing. And while we're waiting on doing that thing, you might have to... Shut the frick! It's like, shut up! Just shut up! Just let me shoot the things and get the things! That's the point! You know what I mean?
Reactor, which is connected to this entire zone.
All these sleepy AI voices.
Pulses with the Vulgus biosignals. I can detect pulses from a wide area.
Oh, they're gonna come through those gates. Oh, he had like a thing attached to him. Can you change it to Korean? I'm tempted to switch it back. I feel so rude talking over it, but then I'm like, they're not saying anything of substance. It's all generic. It's like, you know, we got to this new place, and now we have to do this thing. And it's like, great. And we're going to go somewhere else and have to do another thing, right? That's kind of the point.
Right up until it was deactivated, I could detect Ironheart pulses. I'll attempt to trace that location.
Like, if I was making a game, I would make the dialogue like that and see if anybody noticed. You know, be like, hey guys, just want to let you know, we really need to go do that thing. And when you're done with that thing, we have a couple other things we need to do. All right, over and out. I would make every character, like, obsessively use the term over and out. I don't know why I didn't double jump there. That was weird.
This is believed to be a Vulgus bioengineering facility. Remember the wastewater treatment plant where we found Ironheart particles? The wastewater pipes from there connect to this facility. When we take a look around, look for a Vulgus terminal.
All right, I'm just turning it down.
I identified multiple Vulgus signals inside the facility. Expect random hostile encounters.
The Korean's got emotion? The Korean voiceover? They're getting a little tanky. It's probably time for me to switch my weapon. They're taking a little bit longer to die. Yeah. How's the stack up to Anthem? I have people that keep asking me that, and I'm not sure why, because Anthem was so different in its base combat structure. You were a javelin. The areas were more open. The combat was built around detonators and primers. This, to me, is more reminiscent of, like... This is more like Warframe meets The Division.
Cache of records about the most recent experiments.
You know what I mean?
It's not ideal, but I'll try to restore it as best I can.
In the meantime, you will might as well follow the Ironheart particles.
Like, if you're a fan of Warframe or The Division, then you'll probably find things in here that are appealing. Even fans of Destiny. But, like, this just really doesn't have, This just really doesn't have much overlap with Anthem. Anyone tried the Grenadier Exploder guy? If you're talking about Lepic, I think a lot of people in chat could probably give you feedback on Lepic since he's one of the free characters. He seems pretty awesome. I played with him through the tutorial, and I felt like I liked his abilities. I don't think I like this guy. It's the combat mostly. I don't feel like the combat is set up to where you can use the abilities. I don't know. Maybe, again, maybe you got to get into the challenging content, but then it's just a generic shooter when you're not using the abilities. You're just shooting everything. Which the shooting's fine, but to me the abilities are what makes the characters exciting.
When died, one of the experiment chambers is
The chances of something like so bad as this are close to 0%, but I cannot be sure.
Tried Ajax during the debating about Lepic. Yeah, Ajax looks really cool as well. Yeah, the grenade that pulls enemies in. Like, I feel like when I try to play this guy to his abilities, I just get shot a bunch. Because I'm not shooting anybody. And if you're not shooting anybody, you're not putting them in a stun pattern. And if you're putting them in a stun pattern, like, nobody shoots you. Like, if you lean on the weapons, that's when the game just feels like... Everybody keeps saying, like, a lot of the enemies are super easy. They're not very hard. And they're correct. If you lean on the weapons, like, I mean, you just continue to mow everybody down, you know, fairly easily. What is this guy? It's not letting me in. Oh, is that just like you gotta find so many of them thing? Yeah, it won't let me interact with it. People are uncomfortable and complain when there's something different about the game that they played. Except that is it. Yeah, like, if you're thinking this game's gonna, like, give you Anthem or give you Division or any of those other things, like, I don't think that it will. Like, if that's what you're hoping to get. Yeah, I feel like let's just fast travel because I'm not sure. Let's go this way. Scaling of the special ops missions gets nuts. Yeah, I always felt that was a challenge with the Division. I felt like the Division was all guns, no abilities. I always wanted it to be a better mix. But then when you got into the harder content, the abilities came more into play. And I feel like this is kind of similar. And I think that that might be a barrier of getting people hooked. Because it's like, well, when you're playing the basic content, you're seeing the content right here. It's just dumping bullets into crowds of enemies. And your abilities show up every once in a while. Especially if you're in a group. If you're in a group, everything dies so unbelievably fast that, like, when I was playing as Valby, I constantly was like, I don't even have an opportunity to, I didn't even have opportunities to use her abilities because, you know, people were constantly just demolishing everything in their path, which isn't a problem. But I think that there are going to be people that translate that as, you've seen a lot of people say it, right? A lot of people have been like, it isn't fun, or I don't like it, or the enemies are just stupid and easy. And I think that's because, again, if you're running around just with guns, that's true. They do die relatively easily. And then when you get into the harder content, that's when I feel like, you know, a lot of your abilities and a lot of your build will get a chance to shine. And that's just probably where people are going to either have to accept that that's what the base level combat's going to be like, or they'll just have to beeline to the hard stuff. I usually just spam in here because I don't. You move through the weapons so fast. I don't put a lot of thought into the modules. I obviously equip anything that's purple first. You see what I'm saying? You move through the weapons so unbelievably fast. Let's see here. All right. And then here, kind of similarly, I just chase green arrows. I don't think, especially in the early game, I don't think you have to put a whole lot of thought into any of this, which I enjoy. I think when you get to late game, maybe if you're going for a particular build, you know, that would be a reason to put a lot of thought into this. But I think when you're not going for a late game build, or you're not really thinking about min-maxing, a lot of this stuff is literally just chase the green arrows. Like put the stronger weapon on, which I was definitely feeling like my weapons were starting to fall behind. That's why I just switched some weapons up. Abilities feel better in the end game for sure, or the harder content. Yeah, which that might be why a lot of people are saying, oh, this game is so generic and boring, because they're not getting to the content where all of their abilities really get to shine. And I don't know if that's a critique. I don't know if that's something the developers could change. You know, how do you showcase abilities when enemies in early content are sort of meant to die really fast? If, Lono, you have the ability like to kill an enemy, you get 10% life back, gunning, things like that. Man, 512, it's always so hard to understand what you're saying, because like you misspell so many words, brother. I really try my absolute best to read your comments, but I never understand what you're saying, man. Mods will pay off bigger when you get max level weapons, and the Descendant's pretty much like Warframe. Yeah, my guns feel better now. Oh, you could also turn the difficulty up. I wonder if that's something I could do. Like, if I turn the world difficulty up, the enemies would all live for a lot longer, and then I'd have the opportunity to use my abilities more. Like, that might be a tip to people. Like, if you really feel like if you're in the same boat as me and you feel like everything's just dying to the guns, so just why bother with abilities, you could maybe try turning the difficulty up. I thought he was going to pop up. Oh my. See, like, I can't detonate right there. Look how long I have to wait. You see what I'm saying? That completely robs this guy of what he should be able to do. So I went up, I put a mine on the ground, it stuck to him and exploded, and then I started throwing my other bombs at him, and I couldn't explode them. I had to wait. So, like, I think that throws this guy's rhythm off entirely. Like, when you suddenly decide, you know, that it's boom boom time, you can't, because, like, you have to you get like one detonate and then you gotta wait. I feel like his character would make more sense if you could just, like, throw out the bombs, explode, throw out a couple more, explode, instead of, like, throw out the bombs, explode, throw out a couple more, and now you have to wait. Like, it doesn't seem in line with a character that should be centered around chaos and explosions. What character is this? I always forget his name. Esiemo? Yeah, Esiemo. The whole point of his build is that you throw out these time bombs. They'll explode after so long, or I can voluntarily detonate them, right? That's what this is. I put my hand in the air and I go like that. It has a cooldown of 10 seconds. But what doesn't make any sense is you have so many things you can throw. I have 5 bombs I can throw. The timed ones. I have the... How do we get up? Oh, I see. I have the 5 timed ones. I have the 3... Is it 3? Yeah, I have the 3 mines. And the bombs attached to enemies be shot? I don't know. I think they might be able to. I was running into that last night in the wave thing. If you guys are trying to level up your characters very, very quickly, going to Kingston and doing this right here, the Defend Albion resource, after like 7 waves, your character levels up like so incredibly fast. But like when I was doing this, I kept running into that. Like, the enemies kept coming. I had bombs on the ground, and I couldn't detonate them. Cooldown change when you grade up. Okay, so you can probably lower the cooldown maybe then, and that might help. Okay. Yeah, Kumi, I've just been paying for the characters so that I'm able to showcase them rather than wait. I thought it made more sense to spend money. I experimented with all of the cosmetic systems so that I could adequately talk about it in my review and explain exactly how it works, because I actually have some criticisms of how they do the cosmetics. I have some things that I praised, but I also have some criticisms of how it works. And so, I mean, I guess if this guy, you got to get his cooldown farther, that might help to constantly be causing those explosions. I figured you would get into builds with him where the goal would be to level up his MP generation so that you're constantly able to throw out bombs. Because once you throw them all, you know, once you throw them all, you got to wait for a while for them to all come back. So I figured he would have builds like that where, like, you would be trying to get your bombs back, like, as quick as possible. I'm such an immersion gamer, I'd hate to have a co-op partner in a schoolgirl uniform. Yeah, it's a bit of an immersion breaker to be in here fighting these bosses and aliens, and he's dressed like a French maid.
They'd rather take everyone and everything with them than give up the
some of the outfits are definitely, you know. Like, the shooting's really satisfying, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to find a way to do more with the abilities, because the abilities are so fun. Oh, this is one of those ones where you gotta damage it 3 times. Somebody shot it right there. He shot the bomb. I didn't explode that one. E difficulty up, you're just walking this, including Dust Bunny. Well, this content's not meant to be that difficult. Unless, of course, you want to turn the difficulty up. I really, really liked the, what the heck? It, like, disappeared. I've liked the, more challenging content when we played it. It's been fun. Like, I think when this guy gets to go up against an actual tanky boss, he's going to be a whole lot of fun, because you're going to be able to just cover them in mines and just, boom, blow them all up at once, you know what I mean? Mods heavily increase skill damage. Yeah. I thought he would be fun if you could get a build where you were constantly getting your bombs back. You know what I mean? Like, I've watched Bunny play, and I feel like Bunny has some things where she almost feeds herself more of what she needs. She just keeps kind of cycling through. And I feel like this guy could be really fun if you could get into a similar vein where you're like, throw some bombs, wait, detonate, you get a bunch of your bombs back, right? Like, he could be really fun. Kyle has a really fun build that, well, a really fun play style. Kyle's basically dead in the water, though, if nobody's shooting at him. Well, I guess it's not true. He's not dead in the water. He has to go into... Kyle has to turn into a punching machine if no one's shooting bullets. So if you... A lot of the encounters have people shooting, but if you get into an encounter where, like, nobody's shooting guns and they're all just melee enemies, then Kyle has to go around and turn into a punch machine, because that's how he gets his energy. See, here we go. Now my guy gets a chance to shine. I think they detonated that last... Nope, no they didn't. I see, I don't know what happened there. It wouldn't let me detonate. I thought I had my detonate ready. I guess I didn't. I was a little too early. I should have literally dumped everything on him. All of my timed and my mine. You're level 38, you need your abilities.
All units transmitting critical operation details.
Classic Kyle punching drywall.
Bogus experiment records. I've reconstructed an audio recording that seems to have been made during the time of the experiments. Listen.
Did you guys take a shortcut or something? How'd they get so far ahead so fast? I think they went left. There must have been a different path. Patrick Q with the single gifted. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Should have waited. I wish the pistols sounded a little bit better. I've used a handful of pistols, and they do a ton of damage, but they sound like... It sounds like I'm shooting a staple gun. It should have a little more punch to the audio. It should be like a...
Damn it. So the Ironheart's already gone.
It's the same thing every time. We go into an area, we stand around and wait. She's like, "Oh, it's gone. We gotta go to the next thing." Like, it's not here. The thing that we came for is not here.
Will do. I'll be on my way. Good hunting.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Your princess is in another castle. Yeah. You can buy better sound effects. Yeah. If you want better sound effects, they cost $1 each. What if they did that, though? Like, the way they charge for colors... You're like, well, you can add a little bit of bass for 50 cents, a little bit of treble to your, you know... What is my guy doing? I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Okay, now I'm fast traveling. I totally didn't do that. I don't know why he double jumped. That was weird. I thought I was going into a cutscene for half a second. I was like, oh, we're getting ready to see a cutscene. It's making me do something. Oh, here we go. We got a boss. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. I don't know why it wouldn't let me detonate all the bombs at once. I wasn't doing the little hand thing. I don't understand why that happens. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Are you only supposed to do so many? See, that time it worked. Are you not supposed to... I wonder, are you not supposed to mix the mines with the time bombs or something? Does that mess it up? There, it worked that time. Oh, somebody's down. He got him. He got him back up. I actually really like how they aim the explosion in this. Like, I think that looks great. Like the heads up. I'm trying to draw aggro. Guy's kind of tanky. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let me replenish my, Wait, what? You cannot replenish this item anymore. Well, that's rude. That's rude, bro. Okay, that was good. I got a pretty good chunk of him there. Oh, I have insufficient skill energy. That's what it is. Oh, so that's what's going on. I wasn't seeing that. So basically what you've got to do... I get it now. Okay, I get it now. If you throw everything, you end up... You don't have enough skill energy to detonate. Okay, now I understand what's going on. I was like... I couldn't figure it out. I kept looking at the icon instead of right above it. It would say insufficient skill energy. I didn't know I needed skill energy to detonate. I thought that was just like what you did after you threw all of the bombs. Okay. Okay, that's helpful. So basically what you want to do with this guy is you want to space it out. You want to throw your mines, detonate. You've got to get him into a build where he gets his skill energy back, because if not, you're going to be encountering what I was encountering, where you throw all your bombs out and you don't get to have the super enjoyable moment where you blow them all up. Hang on. We definitely got some new weapons, so let's go. Okay, you can't do that. I was going to try and... that's a submachine gun. Scout rifle. Yeah, I remember really liking scout rifles. So... Wait. Let's take all that off. Let's equip that one. Go in here, take all that off, and let's equip that subby. And then you just come in here. Oh. Oh, I'm just gonna start doing that. I was just thinking to myself, oops. I was just thinking to myself, isn't there something in Warframe where you could, like, tell it, equip all of the ones that you think I should use? That might be faster than, like, me spamming like a moron. I'm about to go back into Echo Swamp defense mission. I went from 35 to 38. I need 44 to fight Dead Bride. That's where I'm at. It gets kind of grindy. Oh, we get a cutscene.
We won't be able to decipher the unidentified guide code.
Enough! The Ironheart data must be reconfigured in order to destroy the dimensional wall. I don't have time to think about that! Understand my vision now, don't you?
Oh, of course. I am only thinking of our research.
I'm glad to hear that our objectives are aligned. Initiate the data inversion. Will engulf increase. The roars of the Vulgus will fill this land with fear.
Yeah, I
have the results of the operation from Sharon. Alpha is tied up with an emergency.
I don't mind the... I'm just gonna do this. I don't mind the cutscenes. I don't. It's every mission ending with a monologue by a sleepy person. That's the stuff that makes me want, like, it's just like fingernails on a chalkboard. I do not mind the cutscenes at all. I like the cutscenes. I think they're cool. I think that's a better way to tell your story than to constantly barrage the player with like these long epitaphs about, you know, whatever. It's like, just let me go to the next mission. You know what I'm saying? It's obviously also kind of a unique frustration as a streamer. You're just like, dude, I don't care. Like, do you know what I'm saying? All right, I want to try the shotgun. I do. I want to try the shotgun. Because I'm usually trying to talk to you guys after I'm done doing something, and to kind of have to sit there and wait and be like, all right, hang on, we got to wait for this person to shut up about the same thing every time. It's always the same thing. It's never any new information. It's, oh, the thing isn't here, we have to go to this next thing. Like, that's why it gets old. It's like they're not saying anything new. They're not saying anything worth listening to. Right? Like, the cutscenes are worth paying attention to. You're like, oh, this thing's about to happen. Oh, this guy got this really bad thing. And, oh, they're closer to destroying this planet, or, you know, whatever it is that they're working on. Generally, I don't play games like this for the story. I'm just playing for the looties and the shooties. The beam rifle, I saw footage of the beam rifle that looked pretty cool. So, let's give it a try. Let's try out the beam rifle. All right. Shoddy's up close, takes out shields quickly. Sounds good to me. Most of the time the bosses are, you know, a foot or two away. They're not like super... Yeah, that was good. Feel like high fire rates take out the shields faster. It's hard to tell. Like, I do really feel like high fire rate weapons are the meta in, like, every fight. But then I started using a hand cannon, and, like, you can really pop some heads. I think the issue is the enemy saturation just lends itself to something that can keep firing. Like a hand cannon, you miss, like, a shot or two, and then you're out of rhythm. And they're just going to keep coming. An auto rifle or an SMG or a machine gun, you just keep shooting. You're just like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then everything's getting stunned, staggered, and you're slowing down. Like, there's almost like this latent crowd control with the fully automatic weapon in this game. And when you choose the slower fire rates...
What is it now?
Who is this? I saw... Oh my gosh, she's checking me out. Did you see that? She still is. She's not done. She's still... No. Do you see? Chill. You gotta chill out.
Excellent work, Descendant.
I knew
This
you'd say
operation
that.
Yielded many results.
I'm just
both
kidding. I don't care.
Just in case, I hope you're not disappointed that Jeremy wasn't punished. I actually saw Alpha slap Jeremy earlier. No one enjoys seeing their superior do something like that, but I believe it was a more appropriate punishment than a court-martial.
He got
I'm
slapped.
sure that Jeremy has also learned his lesson.
Yeah. The hand cannons are really good for crits. I've had scout rifles that have felt really good as well. You just have to choose when to use them. Oh, we can get the Thunder Cage now. So they're establishing how you research the characters with Bunny, and now they're establishing how you research the weapons with whatever this Thunder Cage thing is.
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?
Okay. It's gonna take 4 hours. Okay. So this can be accelerated. I can accelerate it for $120. All right. Now, this is why I've spent the money, so we can test this kind of stuff out. So for $120, I wonder if it's that cheap every time, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so what is the Thunder Cage? It is a submachine gun. It is a level 1. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is we have the ability. I think I have enough of the currency to do it. I've been playing enough. Should be able to do weapon level transmission. Okay, what we're actually going to need to do is we have to unequip that. Oh, wait, hang on. We also are going to want to go in here and take out all of those. Okay, so we want to transmit this level. We're going to use this to do it. All right, so now now the Thunder Cage is a 21. That's basically your infusion process. Whoops. Oh yeah, you can go into customize. You can go to weapon skin, and you can go to something like this, and oh, it doesn't have one. I assume that it would. If they do have one, it's here. And a lot of the weapon skins that I've found, they're all earnable in-game. It doesn't say how, but they're earnable in-game, it says. How many descendants do you have? 5. Lepic I've done very little with. Bunny I've done very little with. I've played as Esiemo. I think I might enjoy Kyle more. I don't know. I think pivoting between punching and shield, you know, wall holding. Perform weapon dismantling 1 time. Well, hang on a minute. You should have warned me. We'll just buy one.
Yeah, so what do you need?
I love all the silly names mixed with Kyle's and Jeremy's. Yeah, you're in like some space fantasy and they're like, can you go get Bob? And while you're on the way, can you tell Steve to come here? And don't forget to get Shalamin Deco butt. And you're like, well, why do they have regular names with alien names? Complete training at the workbench. Oh, so now that they've given us this weapon, they're teaching us about stuff that... Okay. What? Complete basic weapons training? How? Do I just talk to him again? Best line in the game so far, I am Greg. I completed it. Okay, acquire amorphous material pattern for Freya. Okay. All right. Guys, if you're enjoying the gameplay, we did a bunch of gameplay yesterday. We're doing more today. Thanks so much for being here. Smash that like button. Let's go for 200 likes.
Your imaginary friend.
At least he looks like a Jeremy. Like, just look at him. Just such a disappointment.
What the? You're still alive?
All the Jeremys in the stream are like, what the They're like, why are we out here catching strays? We're not doing anything. We're just out here being Jeremy. What are you doing? You got heartburn? Too many burritos. Told you.
Descendant, something has altered the properties of the iron heart.
Yep. Got it. We need to go shoot stuff. I understand the mission. I'm mastery level 5.
And not just any colossus, but stunning beauty?
Descendant, the colossi are discerning Ingrid.
Great. Defeat stunning beauty. Well. Level 22. Alright. We're level 15. I'm thinking we're gonna want to level up, right? Like that seems to be, it seems to be a bit much. You know, what do we have here? Here we go. Here we go. This is level 19. That's where that's well, we should be okay though because the weapons we have are on pace with that. We could try that. See how fast we level up there. If you're on mastery level rank 10, jeepers, you put in some work. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's just a whole lot of shooting going on. Sounds like a paintball course. Looking slightly less cheeked up today. Yeah, we're trying out a different character. His abilities aren't quite shining yet. I feel like some of the characters, I think this is true in a lot of these games, I feel like some of the characters are going to shine later. Like once they're stacked, once they have good cooldowns, once they've got like a good build. I think that's when certain characters shine. Like right now, he's just kind of a guy with guns who can explode stuff sometimes.
Descendant, number 17 here. I'll be assisting you on this operation. Good luck. Enemy structure operation. Initiating full-scale blocking operation.
Are we supposed to protect this or what? Holy mackerel. This SMG is strong. It's got a small mag. That guy just stood there. So this subby feels really good. It's just, you got to be careful. Mag size is a little small, so you're gonna be reloading a lot. that didn't work. I didn't realize. So when I do my little animation thing, you're basically susceptible to damage. So he like does his little wind up. Am I the only one that came here? Did you guys all lag out and disconnect, or did I go to the wrong thing? I thought we were supposed to come here. Where the frick is everybody? Like, that's why I'm getting ripped up. I got solo aggroed. I did my little ability, and like everybody in the area was like, shoot him. So he like throws his hands back to look cool, and he just gets lit up. I would assume you'd be invincible when you do something like that. The best Descendant for somebody playing single player? Oh, I don't know. You may want to go with Ajax because you can, you know, he can go heavy on the defense to keep himself alive. I definitely wouldn't go with the guy that I've got. Holy crap, what the heck? These guys want to continue. The other one I did last night, everybody would quit. We would get to this screen and everybody quit every time. And I was like, all right, I guess we're quitting.
Multiple Vulgus forces detected. Recommend elimination of all their defensive forces.
Glay is rough to play in a group. I think a lot of the characters are tough to play in a group, Harry, because everybody is mowing everything down so fast. Like, a lot of your abilities, I ran into this in Outriders all the time. The Devastator's build that I had, it required him to get kills after doing something, and I could never do it because everything was just blowing up in front of me. Like, everything was dying. And this feels kind of similar to where it's literally a turkey shoot. Everything's dying super fast. And then the boss comes out, and then you get to use your abilities, right? The early game is a little, it feels like a bit of a seesaw. It's like you go from just dumping bullets into mindless trash-ad idiots, and then all of a sudden a tanky guy comes out, and that's when you want to try to use your abilities. Like, I feel like using your abilities in these environments, it just slows you down, and then you end up getting shot. I don't think a shorter hand cannon would be nearly as effective. See what I'm saying? I took all the time to throw all those bombs, and it just doesn't matter. Like, the pace of the combat just isn't conducive to it. I'm getting a lot of framey, hitchy stuff going on. Yeah, I'm getting some lag. I would just take like a regular grenade at this point. You know what I mean? Just a regular grenade. Like, I feel like Lepic is going to be a lot of fun for people because he's just more straightforward. We got two. I'm going with you, Donnie. don't understand. They're not here. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, so we do B and then go to A. Oh. Maybe that's what happened last time. I went to the wrong one and I was all by myself. Maybe they went left and I went right. Yes, this is the PS4 version, which I have not had almost any issues with frame rate this morning other than what you guys just saw. Lepic is so fun. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going to be drawn to some of the more basic characters simply because I think a lot of the characters are going to need to be late game in order for their stuff to shine. We've played games like this before, right? Let me turn it down a little bit. We've played games like this before, right? Where certain characters feel absolutely garbage in the early game, and then some video comes out and they're like, so-and-so is the meta. And like when you get a certain character late game, I'm in a terrible spot. When you get a certain character late game, they just become broken. Because they can get like different builds, different combos. That's unfortunate. Oh no, that worked really well. My bombs blew up late and it got rid of like all of his shields. Okay, that was kind of cool. Okay, that was kind of cool. I put all my bombs on him and he shielded up, disappeared, came back, and then my bombs exploded and all his little shield guys got detonated. No, yeah, it's full release, free-to-play game, Harry. I think it has potential. I just think... I've always thought that... It's just going to be me and you, Donnie. We should probably... Let's just abandon. Okay, we leveled up to 17. That's not bad. I've always said this. I remember when I said this about, there were characters in Diablo that people would say this about. There were characters in Outriders that people would say this about. I think the characters should be fun all of the time. You shouldn't have to get like all the way to the 25th hour and you're like, oh, that's when this guy becomes really fun. Because some of these characters, like, I'm not using their abilities because they're not conducive to combat like at all. And then I did in that boss fight, but I threw mines on him, detonated the mines, and then that was kind of it, which was cool. But like, I feel like you want your character's abilities showing up in a more rhythmic way instead of being like nothing but guns, 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 and more guns. Here's a slightly tanky enemy. Now's when you get to use your abilities. Like, as much as I was kind of down on Valby, at least with Valby, I was constantly putting like the debuff water on the battlefield, which created, you know, a sense of ability contribution. Does that make sense? Like, I felt like my abilities were contributing to the fight. Instead of now, they're sort of relegated to don't do that, just wait, because it's the combat's so fast-paced, spammy, trash ad, you know, it's trash ad central. Which I find incredibly satisfying. I like shooting all the enemies. It's just really fun when you can sort of accent your combat. You would do this in Destiny, right? You would accent your combat with a grenade or a melee or maybe your super. And that would sort of be interspersed in the combat interactions, which makes you feel really cool. And I feel like that's sadly very absent in a lot of the content, which is why a lot of people are probably saying the game feels very basic and boring, because they see a guy like this, they see a guy like this, and then you're using your gun basically all of the time. So that would be one of my criticisms, is if they've not done a good job showcasing the characters in the basic combat. Like, they don't get to do much. You're like, oh, I'm going to pick this character because I really like... Sorry. I really like what their abilities look like, but then their abilities don't really show up because everybody's just constant, full automatic weapon fire. And I think that's probably why you're seeing a lot of that negative feedback. You can mod the skills also. Sure, I mean, you can definitely spec into different things for your abilities. I'm just explaining why I think a lot of people are booting up this game and they just don't get it. They're like, why does anybody like this game? I'm only using my gun 86% of the time. In a game that when you watch the trailers or you look at the character videos or you look at the tutorials, you're like, it should be centering around abilities far more. So that's just feedback for the devs. I don't know what they could do to change that. I don't know what they could do to improve that or make it any better. Okay, we can probably just try the boss. Let's just do a public version. We'll do Stunning Beauty, and we'll just do a public intercept. We'll probably be fine. As long as the game doesn't crash. Okay. In a game with 4 unique active skills, you would expect to be running out of ammo for certain guns mid-fight. That was a common theme for me. Oh, you're running out of ammo? Or are you saying that you would have expected that? Yeah, wait, let's scan her. There we go. Oh, I wonder if I can attach bombs to the blue. Yeah, I'm gonna... Ooh. Oh, that was a cool attack. I want to try to attach bombs to the blue spots. Ooh, she's got my number. She knows what I'm trying to do. She's totally aggroed to me. She won't let me do it. I scanned her and now she wants me. Okay, okay, here we go. Let's see if we can do it. If you can turn these to yellow, you can grapple them and then punch them off. It's actually pretty cool. Or you can just do that. I thought you had to, like, break it to yellow to grab it. It's not letting me grab it at all. It just let me shoot it off, which is cool. I thought you had to, if you want to do the grab punch. Her mobility is really cool. Ouch! The frick? What? How do I dodge that? Do you have to get out of... I think you might have to break line of sight. Are we supposed to shoot that? Yeah, we gotta shoot that. Yeah. Okay, I get the mechanic now. Oh! I just have to hide. I gotta get my shield back. What the frick is shooting me? Oh, it's lightning blasts on the ground. Okay, there's little indicators. There's little indicators where they're going to start. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, I ran out of ammo, which you were just talking about, Harry. Maybe that's what the trash ads are for. Oh my gosh! She freaking destroyed the whole thing! Bro, she's trying to kill me. She's trying to kill me, bro. Oh my gosh. She would not de-aggro, man. She wanted me dead. Time for the laser. Let's give her the laser. Let's give her the laser. It's, oh, she's too far. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Got her. Loot pinata. Hey, I got a my first legendary. I think that's what that is. Hey, I appreciate you dropping that loot in a nice little circle there. Makes the victory lap a little bit sweeter. That was fun. That was fun because I was actually almost dying a bunch of times. That made it more interesting. Okay. Wait, do I know which one I'm looking for? Oh, Pattern Freyna? Wait, why didn't I get Pattern Freyna to... When we did this for Bunny... Oh, is it a chance drop? So I gotta run it until I get Freyna? Oh, wait. Wait, I think I understand. No, that's Valby. Oh, Freyna is not from this. Okay, thank you. Lepic. I don't know what any of this is. I'll just get that. Oh, oh, are those all the things I get? Or did I pick that? Okay. Okay, that was freaking fun, though. I liked that. I'm gonna make sure Donnie's ready. Donnie, let me know when you're ready. Like, move away from it. I don't want to go to the back to base if you're interacting with that. Oh, it's nothing like how you got Bunny. It's RNG. Okay. Purple guns have a limit all round. Okay. You get the Freyna stuff from doing stuff in Vespers. Oh, okay, okay. If you guys are just tuning in, thanks so much for being here. We are... that was actually the most fun I've had with that character. I really liked how my abilities got to accent the combat, which is what I was just talking to you guys about. Like, the ability to not just go bullets, 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 bullets. It was like bullets, ability, run like crazy, run and hide. I really, really enjoyed that. That was a fun fight. I really liked it. Ooh, Assassin's Edge is the... that is the one that I like. So oops, that's not what I meant to do. Meant to equip that here. And then I'll just do the recommended. Okay. What's this? A tactical rifle. I kind of liked the beam. Its dips is kind of low, though. Yeah, the beam's probably not worth keeping. All right. We got a legendary something. We just got to figure out where it went. Is it here? There it is. Okay. Max shield 32. Okay. Let's just equip it because it's gold. It looks cool. Definitely want to equip that. Includes, does not meet the junk filter? Oh, because it's part of a set. These are Tomb Vanguard. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's nice that they do that so like you don't accidentally delete something that you might want to keep. That's a good feature. I think that's a good move.
I am analyzing the void power. Descendant, you have been successful.
I suppose everyone thinks
Thanks so much.
the wall is the only answer.
Are you saying it isn't?
I just want you guys to just take a good look at Donnie. This is Donnie, everybody. And I've been on a podcast before with Donnie. And unfortunately, he doesn't actually look like that in real life, unfortunately. You know.
Traces from another iron heart have been discovered.
Podcast might get more views if you dress like that, at least, Donnie. You could at least try it. Why don't you cosplay on the next episode? You know, I mean, I'm just making suggestions out here. You know, give the people the content that they want. Can you show that feature? How did you set that? I'm not sure what feature are you referring to, Victor? I was doing a lot of talking there. You have to remind me.
You said something? I'm sorry. My thoughts were elsewhere.
I can agree with the sentiment of being distracted.
Sorry, I know you probably wanted some rest after taking out that Colossus. Anyway, like I said...
All right. Division was confusing when it came out. This is levels of confusing. Listen, I'll be honest. Oh, the trash? Oh, if you want to trash stuff, here, I'll demonstrate. Basically, you get so much junk, and the loot in this game is plentiful, and it is transient. It's like a wood chipper. You're just constantly going on to the next thing, okay? Constantly. All right? But there we go. I've got so much... The gold is so ridiculous in this game. Now, you can individually use trigger to mark things for deletion, right? Or you hold in the right stick and it marks everything. Now, it's not marking this. It will not mark ultimates, and it will not mark, we just learned, if it's a part of a set, it won't mark it. It makes you do it manually so you don't do it by mistake. Like, let's say I had Tomb of the Vanguard and I had 2 pieces equipped and a third one I almost deleted. It's like, hey, dummy, this is a part of a set. Are you sure you want to delete this, right? They're basically saying this is of higher quality. You better double check that you want to delete it. Now, once these are marked, I just hold down trigger and then they're all gone. So it's really easy. And all that's at the bottom of the screen, by the way. That's all down here, right? Designate all as junk. remove all as junk, dismantle all junk. So like you can mark everything and then just it makes it so much better when you're just trying to like clear out your inventory. Yeah, that wasn't a setting that I did. No. I think the game just knows you're going to be just treating your loot like it's going through a wood chipper, and they don't want you to accidentally delete something that's good. I don't think... Oh, yeah, they're, right down here, I forgot to say this. They're giving everybody, I don't know if this is everybody, it might have just been people that spent currency. They're providing compensation. So they're providing gold gain, Kuiper shard gain, XP gain, weapon proficiency gain, and a color or whatever. So they are trying to make it right. Personally, what I think they should do is they should have given everybody a free cosmetic, but since everybody's on different characters, that's probably pretty challenging to do, right? Oh, it's for everyone. Okay, good, yeah. Because there were people like me that, like, if you spent money, you had, like, a miniature heart attack where it didn't give you credit for the purchase right away. It was genuinely terrifying. It was like, wait, did I just spend a bunch of money and I don't get credit for it? All right. Time to go to a new place. If you guys are enjoying the content, thank you so much. Real easy way to demonstrate that is to smash that like button. Let's set our sights on 300 likes. We've already had 16 gifted members today. Every 25 members, and I give 5 back. We are shooting for 300 members. I will be out of town next week. I'm probably going to end up doing a video and streaming on Monday. Just to have like another send-off before leaving. I don't like taking lots of trips, but this year's summer's a little different. I'm almost always taking 1 week off in July. You know what I want to do? What do you think the level is in this area? Monster levels are going to be around 22. I really want to try to play as Kyle for a bit, and he might level up really, really quickly.
With my strength, I will...
Let's try Kyle out. The beauty here is my weapons all stay the same, so I'll probably...
What seems to be the problem?
Your tie.
We've received operation details.
Great.
I understand there are specialized drones that Albion has created to find the Ironheart.
That's correct. Enzo's sending the drones here shortly.
That is excellent.
Yeah, it says monster level 22.
Let's begin our search for the Ironheart in earnest.
If you have to choose Warframe or Destiny or this, it depends on what you like. It really depends on what you like, because Destiny's having a great DLC right now. Warframe's been out for a really long time, so you got a mountain of content there. So you build this guy's purple bar at the bottom, and you build it by either punching people or putting a wall up. Generally speaking, the wall is for when you're getting shot at. Oh! Okay, once his bar is full, he can basically cover his body, and then that takes damage instead of your shield or health. Or he can do, like, this big crazy bomb, like he jumps in the air. Now would be a good time. I did the wrong thing. All right, and then now I got to get all my stuff back. So now we go back into punching, which these guys are hurting me. See how they filled the meter so fast?
High-level enemy has been detected. Prepare for engagement.
Melee is terrible. His melee is really fun though, because it's more of like a dashing lunge, like that. Like I think he's fun. See, his abilities are more accenting the gameplay than being like relegated to the sidelines. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm interspersing his abilities throughout instead of just being like, oh, I have to wait until a big bad comes out.
Target spotted. Danger assessment normal. Defeating the spotters will force the enemy.
Within the operation zone.
You see, one character to the next, you can really, I think this guy, this is Kyle, by the way. I think Kyle's abilities are more built for interspersion. Like, I'm constantly getting to enjoy shoot, ability, big ability, shoot, ability, big ability. And, the other guy was playing, Esiemo, he can't, his explosions just don't have room. Like, you don't have room to put the mines down as more of like an interspersion. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think this guy right now, just, from the surface, initial estimations, I think he's more fun. He actually does have a pretty legendary skin as well that you can get. This one that goes pretty hard. That's pretty nice. And then he also has that, which that's like 250. So let's just put that on him. Let's make him look a little bit cooler, right? There we go. That's pretty good. A Descendant that has melee combos? There's a Descendant that does a lot of melee, isn't there? Yeah. Who is it? No, not Freya. Isn't Sharon all about the melee?
Can't see me. Why? Because iced in their
She has a cutoff beam. She has active camouflage. She has shock. Flash. Oh, I guess not. And then she can do ambush. Great graphics. I'm playing the PS4 version on the PS5. I basically accept the graphical degradation so that I can get consistent frame rate. That's not a combo, though. No, yeah. I thought she had, like, a melee thing that she did. She does have a sword, but it's not like a melee combo. Oh, there's Lepic. Lepic is really cool.
Data acquisition at 100%. Connection to the drone has been severed. Reanalyzing the collected data.
How do you use your special bar when it fills up at the bottom? His special, if you look down there, is L1 square. It's like a leaping thing. Or he can do L1 triangle, which is he covers his body in the energy, and then that takes damage instead of him. And then when it's over, it causes an explosion that hurts the enemies around you and heals your allies. So you can run him like a low-level healer because you can do that on your own. You can detonate it on your own. So you could fill the meter, cover your body, get into like a bubble with your enemies, and just do the explosion both defensively as well as like giving everybody a shield. It's got a lot of range. It really propels you forward, the lunge that he gets to do.
Although it pains me to say this as a bioengineer, we need to ignore ethics around how you collect samples from them. Basically, eliminate them first, and collect samples. Samples, right?
Oh, I'm getting hurt. Am I supposed to be standing somewhere? Gather up collectibles and transport them to the supply ship. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this. You're supposed to be going over to this guy. Okay, that was actually kind of cool. Buddy, you're right here. You could pick these up on your own. I wonder if once you have that shield up like I just did, can you make sure and punch a lot, and can you kind of keep its uptime up? I'm gonna leave him alive because it won't trigger many more enemies. Just kidding. I was wrong. Okay.
This is Glay. I found something. Meet me at the ruins outpost.
How to use the special bar at the bottom when it fills up. I answered you. Twice now. Are you not listening? I explained it. I've explained it multiple times. What's not clear, Roadkill? How have I not explained how you use the bar at the bottom? Is anybody else confused? Have I done a bad job, or did he miss it? Or I thought I explained it pretty clearly. You basically punch to fill it, and then, or put up the barrier to fill it when people shoot the barrier, and then you can either cover yourself with the energy or do the big dive bomb attack. That's it. That's how it works. No, my mistake. Okay, I was gonna say, I felt like, oh, that was a duplicate message. Okay, I was gonna say, I felt like I explained it. I was like, did I not? Sometimes I think it in my head and don't say it. So I thought maybe I just made the mistake of not saying it. I was like, it might have been my B. Let's go back here. Oh, I'm on these guys' mission. I did not mean to join these guys' mission. That's okay, though. We'll help. We'll get the XP.
Data acquisition at 100%.
There we go.
Connection to the drone has been severed. Reanalyzing the collected data.
I think I like Kyle more. I really do. I'm under leveled, and I feel like his survivability, his fun factor, his ability to use his abilities more. I just think he feels better. You know, in general, he feels better. And Quintar, with the Agent of Chaos 10 bomb, takes us to 26. Past the 25, which means I owe you 5. You guys are continuing to work on that weekly goal of 300 to make me go back into Liza P on Friday night. Guys, just so you know, that's not all Friday night will be. If you're like being gun shy with gifting because you're like, I don't want to watch Lono play Liza P and get salty, it'll only be about an hour, and then we'll just chill, have drinks, and laughs, and maybe we'll play some games together as a send-off.
That's not far from my current position. I'll go. Glay, I'll go. That's where the bastards from the Order of Truth have settled. I'm the only one who can withstand the toxic.
And Kingslayer with a 5 bomb as well. There's the 5 I owe you. That takes us to 31 members on the day. Yeah, you should probably constantly come in here and do that. That does look nice, doesn't it? Let's just continue with what we have. I like what we have. Eliminate the enemies in the zone. Oh. Yeah, he feels really, really good with the movement. I'm getting to do, like, what I feel like the game sort of promotes. Especially when you have an SMG. Come on. Come on. This guy's fun, bro. Who's this character? This is Kyle. This is Kyle. I'm telling you, he's just fun. Like, you're not just constantly gun. You get to do... I don't know. And if there's a ton of people shooting at you, I've not even gotten to really use this because most of the enemies that we're fighting are melee. But, like, this is the same purpose as the punch. So I can run around and punch to fill my magnetic meter. This does the same thing, okay? Once it's full, I can either cover myself with the shield that, once depleted, causes an explosion and then heals the people around me. I can also trigger the end of that shield on my own if I just want to explode it or heal people near me. If I don't want to cover myself with a shield, right, this basically slowly drains the meter. I can do the big bomb thing that I just did a second ago. I just think he's a great, great blend. And the other characters I played as I thought Valby was good. She gets to debuff constantly, like the enemy. She's just constantly putting water on the battlefield. But I did not like Esiemo, the explosion guy, as much as I thought I would. Ooh. Ow. He won't aggro me. He would not aggro me. I think it was because I joined after the guy had already started the mission. That guy would not aggro me. Haven't tried anyone else but Water Girl level 40 and not tired of her with quick cooldown. She's a ghost in the field. I liked her, Diaz. I just didn't. I'm more aggressive, and she felt like she didn't let me play as aggressively as I wanted. This guy lets me play how I like to play. Right? I'm just dumb, brain dead tank. Up in their face, punchy punch, shooty shoot, punchy punch, slam the ground, wash, rinse, repeat. Like, I'm down with this guy. I like him. I also love this join thing where if somebody's already working on the mission in the area, you basically just join them. I'm down with that.
Okay, don't forget to share the data. This is Glay to HQ in Freyna. The enemy has made the entrance discovered at the ruins currently inaccessible. Freyna, what's the situation on your side? It's not inaccessible, but I'm worried about how the Order's toxins might affect you.
Looking at Freyna's route, I can detect large quick pulses occurring at the place marked as the entrance.
That means there's a high chance this entrance...
Oh, yeah, Vienna, the ice chick. I've had people say that they like her because they feel like they can survive better with her. SMG has too small of a clip for my liking in this game. Maybe if I get one with a huge mag boost. Yeah, they're pretty... They are pretty low. But I think with this guy it works.
You said something? You're here. It's a good thing I took this side. Neither you nor...
Hey, Kate? Can you hear me?
Huh? Freyna? Yes, I hear you. What's happening? Anything I can help you with?
I overheard your comms with Glay. You're doing something with the fungus, right? If we collect enough fungi, will you be able to make an antidote or...
How do you unlock him? I paid for him, so you'd have to work on the grinds to get him. Which is, you got to get materials...
Great idea. Kate, if you have any questions during production, get in touch right away. And remember to be methodical. You make mistakes when you're rushing.
Wait, that was over 5 years ago.
Also, if you like hand cannons, the Assassin's Edge seems like a good blend of both fire rate and reload.
If we have an antidote or antibodies that give us immunity, the mission will become much easier.
What is this? Oh, I've used the Magnus before. It feels really good. But for this guy, I just think the subby feels great. Like I'm just constantly right up in their face. You know? Guys, thanks again for a great turnout today for gameplay. We don't do gameplay all that often on the channel. We mainly are a talk show channel, but we do think a game like this could potentially really complement what we do here, with essentially like a daily, hey, let's check it out. Let's check out the update. Let's check out the patches. Let's check out whatever. Let's play for a bit or whatever. And so today's been a nice turnout again. Make sure if you haven't already, a lot of you guys that lurk and listen and chill, make sure you are smashing that like button. Let's set our sights on 300 likes. There's almost been almost 400 people here the whole time, which has just been incredible. So thank you for that amazing support. And do a Mass Effect playthrough. Why? Why would I do that? But yeah, likes on the video will definitely help more people find this later. I feel like there's some helpful info in here. Also, just good analysis of the characters. Like, I think Kyle is probably the most fun I've had in the game. And if you like this kind of combat that's a little bit more bombastic, I would recommend Lepic. Out of the free characters, I would go with Lepic. He is really, really fun as well. If you're more on the defensive side, you could go with Ajax. If you want to go more about like crowd control, you could go with Viessa. These are your three frees. You get Bunny really, really early in the game too. It does not take very long to get Bunny. So if you're not wanting to spend any money, if you're willing to spend money, it is not that expensive. It's like $1 to unlock the slot, and a lot of the characters are anywhere from like, I think some of them are like well, I wouldn't be purchasing Ajax. Like, if I want to purchase Jaber, he's $600. So he's $12. I think Galay is more. No, she's $12. I don't know if any of them are more expensive. Oh, like Freyna is cheaper. She's only $6. I can't remember how much Kyle, Esiemo, and Valby were, but I felt like it was fairly reasonable. Like, it is a free game, and if you play long enough to decide that, like, okay, I do want to switch characters, I do want to try a different character out, I think the pricing on the characters is very, very reasonable. I don't think it's that expensive. They give you characters that are totally free to try out, totally free to grind and get into a vibe with the game. And because the way the game works, your loadout doesn't change, so all of the things that I've unlocked and worked on, they just basically pass to the next character whenever I equip them. That makes it really, really easy to just pick up a new character and say, okay, you know, I'm going to switch now, or I'm going to try something else. Like, you guys just watched me do it multiple times. Not once did I feel like I was suddenly having to start over or like having my progress taken away. So, and I feel like the looting is really straightforward. I'm literally just chasing the green arrows. I'm not doing anything that is all that thoughtful. I probably will try to do a first impressions review at some point this week. But my wife is getting ready to go on a multiple day trip. She's going to be gone from like today till like Sunday. So I am going to schedule Writer's Room, and I am going to send members to it, but I'm not going to go live in Writer's Room for probably 20 or 30 minutes. I'm just going to make sure she's got everything she needs to get out the door if she needs any help. Also, I'd like to say goodbye to her since she's going to be gone for about half of a week. And so let me get that set up now for you guys. And if you enjoyed this playthrough, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you want to see more coverage of this game and more gameplay, make that clear with your likes, your subs, your comments. That does help. That helps us diversify. That helps us do a lot more. Anybody tried the guy with the turrets yet? Somebody in our community tried the guy with the turrets. Jaber is his name, and he said he had a blast with him. So I typically am like a really, really big turret guy. I like having summonables. I've kind of always been that way. I loved Axton in Borderlands 2, even though like late game Axton wasn't the greatest. So I was gonna sit in his drawers for half a week. No. We're gonna have a blast. Me and the kiddos are gonna have a blast. Okay, so thanks again, guys, for a stellar day. 31 members on the day. You guys continue to inch your way toward the goal for the week. So with 31, 30, and 26, you currently have 87. So you only need 213, which divided by the remaining 2 days of the week is only about 106 a day, which is that's really lightweight for you guys. We usually get a little bit less of a member push on days where we're doing gameplay, because gameplay is not as big of a draw for some of our more core members. So let me spam the link in chat. That is for members. That is Writer's Room. I'll be live over there in about 30 minutes to hang out with you guys and playing tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Thanks for all the support today. And yeah, I'll see you over there momentarily if you're a member. If you're not a member, consider becoming one. It's $5 a month. You get into all the content. $6 a month is the Member Plus, and that gets you into an extra show every week as well. And I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in a bit if you're a member. If not, I'll see you in the next show.